When I talk to students, there's a few that I will really emphasize. One, it doesn't affect me. There are
Yeah.
so many young people, and not just young people, really anybody who looking at pornography and they just think, you know what, I'm different. It maybe affect my peers, but it doesn't affect me. I remember this is from years ago, this study from Sweden, and it was like 70% of students thought pornography affected their peers, but it was like a minority that thought it affected them. And I'm like, of course, we all think we're
Bad for
different,
them, not for me.
right? We all think we're the exception. It's human nature to think that. So I think there's a huge amount of this generation that just thinks, you know what? It doesn't really affect me. And they're not aware of, we could get into this, what it does to the mind, also what it does to the brain. But it doesn't affect me is a huge one. Another one that I hear, Ashley, is that I'll quit later.
Yeah.
This is something maybe teenagers do, maybe in my lower 20s before I'm married. But when I have, quote, the real thing, then I will quit later. And of course, this shows a complete lack of awareness of how much pornography shapes the brain and our habits and our addictions. But this is undoubtedly one of the lies that people tell themselves. Oh, when I have the real thing, I will quit later. And I think the third lie is just, I'm not hurting anybody. This is just about my own feelings, my own pleasure in the privacy of my bedroom or in the privacy of my phone. I'm not hurting anybody if I look at pornography. And again, I think this completely ignores how it does rewire somebody's brain. And if you look at pornography, it's going to shape the way you treat people, whether you realize it or not. I would argue that it harms the performers who think they're making money, think this is innocent, but it's fueling the fire, so to speak. So it harms them, it harms marriages, it harms kids. But the idea is that I'll quit later, it doesn't affect me, and I'm not hurting anyone are probably three of the biggest lies that I hear.
Yeah, I agree, especially when we talk about that it doesn't hurt me. And we can talk more about the brain later. But when we look at it from that point of view of how pornography shapes our own brain, our own view of sexuality, like there's an acknowledgement, it's hurting me. Even if it doesn't hurt anybody else, like it's hurting me. And that's a
That's
good
right.
starting point. A couple of the myths that I've seen are deceptions, and these are both right in that Barna report that we did. And one is that society by and large says a little bit is okay. When people
Mm,
were asked the question, how comfortable are you with pornography in your life? Only 21% said they wish they didn't use it at all. So that idea that I could live a life without any pornography, only 1 in 5 said that was their aspiration, which just shows me that in general, we've accepted this idea like, a little bit's okay. Doesn't everybody do it? What's the big deal? And, I've said that on other podcasts of like, it's like asking the question, how much poison is it okay for me to ingest? Like, well, if it's poison, why do we want any of it? And yet I think with pornography, we have adopted that mindset.
mm.
The second one that came up in the Barna report is this idea that I can have both. I can both have kind of the sexual outlet of pornography fueled by lust and a healthy marriage with sexuality within the marriage. And I'm forgetting the exact number, but I know it was over half of respondents said that it's possible to both view pornography and have healthy sexuality in marriage. And I think that's very much a culturally influenced view that says you can have your cake and eat it too, that just what you were saying, it doesn't really affect me. I can do this over here on one side of my life and yet still have the kind of marriage that I want. And what we have seen here on Pure Desire as people come to us in the midst of so much marriage crisis and turmoil and hurt and pain is that's not true. It may be true for a while, but eventually or ultimately, sooner or later, it just wreaks incredible havoc within the marriage. And that is not possible for both those things to coexist peacefully.